What's up, guys? Chris Chess Sports Cards here. We are doing 2023 Topps Pro Debut, third hobby case break, number 94. The last of our Thanksgiving giveaway breaks that we had to fill. Thank you, everyone, for getting involved in that. I was trying to figure out a little bit ago. I think Sunday we'll do the actual giveaway. I will email everyone and tell you the time and so on and so forth. I just have to get some stuff together. Make sure I have all the people and names and breaks and the right teams and all that stuff. So we will definitely do the Thanksgiving giveaway on Sunday, and I'll send an email out to everybody as to a time. We have eBay breaks that night too, so we'll probably either do it before the eBay breaks or after the eBay breaks, one or the other. So again, I thank you all for visiting the website, for grabbing spots over there. You dudes are awesome, and I do appreciate it. All right. And we did it in less than a month, which, we're still, we're still trying to get more and more traffic, and we are getting more traffic, more new names, new people, this and that. I don't feel horrible about that. Plus, we kind of took a week off in there, too. So I'd say it took us about 3 weeks to fill all 6 breaks. So not too terrible. Believe me, I wish they'd fill every day, every time I put them up, that we break them that night. But it's a process, and I appreciate you all helping us with it. So anyway, I know we have 1 or 2 new people here, so welcome. Hit that like and subscribe there for the YouTube channel. We do free breaks. That's another thing too. We did pass another subscriber level, so we're gonna have a free break coming up. With my schedule between here and my other company, we're probably shooting for maybe between Christmas and New Year's, or maybe right after the first of the year. But it'll either be the last week of December or the first week of January. We'll do the free break. And as long as you're a public subscriber to the website, so I can see your name will be in the random for that. So make sure you are publicly subscribed. All right. So we need to do a random first for the teams and everything. And of course we will. Hey, Ben, what's going on, buddy? We, of course, will do the graded card giveaway at the end also. So let's bring the laptop in. The new camera's coming tomorrow, so hopefully I'll have my camera set up for eBay breaks to the old ways instead of my. I like the camera. I don't mind using the phone. It's actually kind of cool. But this part I don't like. I don't like doing randoms like this. All right, so we've got. If I could just find my cursor. All right, we got all our teams there. We're going to random 7 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lucky number 6 and luckier number 7. All right, so Brew Crew up top and Mets on the bottom. Let's copy these guys and bring them over here. All right, now let's take our names. Come back here. All right, so Jacob C, Robert H, Rich L, Robert H, Rich L, Robert S 2 times, Jeffrey L 2 times, Jacob C 2 times, David B, Jeffrey L 2 times, Brian R, Jeremy J, Adam S, Chris S 2 times, Ryan W 2 times, Jacob C, Robert H, Jeffrey L 2 times, Nick P, and Ben A 2 times. All right, we're going to random this 7 times and match them up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and lucky number 7. Here we go. All right, Chris S on top. Down to Robert H. Right? Not too far. Try it again. And move it over here. All right, well, that is printing out. I'm sorry, you guys can't see perfectly. I'll read the teams real quick. Brewers and Mariners, Chris S. Cubs, Jeffrey L. Orioles, Jacob C. Reds, Ben A. Ooh, there could be some last spot mojo, Ben. Phillies, Ryan W. Rangers, Jacob C. White Sox and Twins, Jeffrey L. Padres, Jacob C. Pirates, Rich L. Blue Jays, Robert H. Yankees and Braves, Jeffrey L. Royals, Robert S. Nationals, Jacob C. Dodgers, Robert H. Astros, Rich L. Red Sox, Jacob C. Rays, David B. Diamondbacks, Ryan W. A's, Robert S. Indians, Nick P. Marlins, Ben A. Tigers, Jeremy J. Giants, Jacob C. Angels, Brian R. Rockies, Adam S. Cardinals, Jeffrey L. and Mets, Robert H. Alrighty. Let's take this out of here. And we can't go back to normal here. Wait, a little too close. Come on now. There we go. Yeah, Jake, you did good. All right, so here again, real quick, just so you can see the list here. Mix people up at the other side. Just again, so you can see them. Of course, as always, I'll call them out. You see all your teams there. And on down the line. All righty, there we go. All right, let's bring Abreu back in. See, that would be another thing. I'd be happy not to be moving Abreu all the time. All right, let's open some cards. Where's my knife? Where's my knife? Here it is. My knife. All right, so this weekend we got a bunch of stuff for eBay. We're doing Top Scrum Update Breaker's Delight. Museum this weekend. What else do we got? Platinum Blasters we're doing half cases of. We got some Donruss Blasters. We got some, what else do we have? We have some Update Hobbies. Oh, and Allen and Ginter. I still have a case of Allen and Ginter, so we're doing some of that this weekend too. Look for one of those Wembanyama autos. Alright, let's get to it. Good luck, everybody. Mickey Romero. God, I feel like I'm so far away. Hold on one sec. See if I can't. Carson Williams. Placencia Chrome. Still feel like it's so far away. What the heck? Let's try this one. There. Yep, got it. All right, first up for the Nationals, Trey Lipscomb. Base auto. Nationals is Jacob. Be nice to pull something good out of here. These been marinating on the shelf for a little bit. How you boys been, Jake? Man, you have a good week? Any big hits? David McCabe. I was actually in a definitive break last week. Random serial number. And I swore those off a long time. I always do terrible in serial number breaks. Like, especially for high-end products like that. Because really, even though there's only like 25 spots, or 20, depending on the product it is, like, if you don't get in the top 5 or 10, you know, your odds aren't great, you know, because especially like definitive, a lot of cards are to 10 and stuff like that. But I actually hit a Corbin Carroll to 20, on numbered to 20, which was awesome. Jared McKenzie, Chrome. So can't complain about that too much. It's the first time I can remember in years getting a good hit in a serial number break. I don't do them very often, but I was happy about that one. Jimmy Rollins. Been taking it easy. That's good. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. If you ain't got the money or you don't want to spend it, don't spend it. You know me. I tell people all the time, man. You don't have to hit it hard all the time. Here's a Pete Crow Armstrong for the Cubbies. 125 of 150. One of the best things I ever did. So I've been selling cards on eBay since, I think, 2011. And then just got the Cubs. That's Jeffrey L. And then started doing breaks in 2016, 2017, around there. Jackson Holiday Chrome. And I used to be really bad in breaks, man. Oh, my God. It was like out of control there for a little while. I was spending so much money in breaks. Breaking, one of the best things it did was slow me down buying into other people's breaks. I think that's part of the reason why I started doing it. The old Carl Crawford, Justin Crawford Echoes card. So this is the Rays and the Phillies. Unless we got another one, which is not probably going to happen because they're rare. Rays is David B. Phillies is Ryan W. So we'll have to, if we get another one, we'll split them, obviously. If not, we'll have to roll a die on that one at the end. They are short printed, so man, you never know, though. We could get lucky. So one of the big positives to start breaking was it took up so much time that it actually slowed me down from buying in the breaks. Angel Martinez. I think it's what my wife was happy about. Like, she noticed a lot less packages were coming to the house. But there are a lot more going out, too, so. Nothing this week, huh, Ben? All right, well, weekend's coming. Weekend's coming. Daniel Montesino. You got draft coming soon. Always a big one. One of my favorites of the year. Draft is out on the 12th. We got a lot. We supposedly have a bunch of releases coming this month, which I never really understood why they would release so much stuff in December. Like, it seems like a really bad month. You know, people need money for the holidays and this and that. Like, I mean, I suppose, obviously, you can buy it for the holiday, but, I mean, I don't know. I've never thought of cards as a huge gift thing. I mean, yes, I get, like, for guys like us who are into it, our families might know about them. My wife barely ever buys me anything like that, even though I'd prefer it. But, like, draft coming out okay, but, like, Heritage High numbers coming out. What else? There's a bunch of stuff coming out in December. Doesn't always seem like the best month, but I don't know. They're behind on so much stuff, too. That's why. Mason Wynn for the Cardinals. Jeffrey. There you go, buddy. They're Stadium Club. I heard from a distributor today, they said they're going to push Stadium Club again. They're talking like back to March, which is just like, I don't know. If it gets that late, what's the point? Like, I think they should just skip a few of these and get on to the next year, you know? It was supposed to be out, September, which is its usual time, like September, October. Then it got pushed to December, and then January, and now the rumor is it's going to get pushed again. Jason Dominguez and Wilfred Veras for the White Sox. Miguel Hernandez. That's a chrome to 75, 73 of 75 for the Orioles. For Jacob. Yeah, draft is usually around the end of November, beginning of December. This is 20 of 199 on the Vargas. White Sox, right? Yeah, for Jeffrey. Yeah, they usually. It seems to me the past few years that type of release they've tried to keep on time or close to it. But there's been no talk about Bowman's Best. Bowman's Best usually comes out in December every year. Now, the way Fanatics does things, it wouldn't surprise me if it popped up, because whereas it used to be we used to have to order like a year in advance, now it comes out and we don't even know it's coming half the time. So, Owen Murphy for the Braves, number 69 of 199 for the Bravos. If I could get it in the sleeve, it'd be great. All right, what's wrong with me today? Who had the Braves? Where are the Braves? Oh, Jeffrey. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because I always thought it was strange, because draft would usually come out like I said, end of November, beginning of December, and then when they started doing Bowman's Best, I don't know, how long has that been now? Maybe 6-7 years since they started Bowman's Best again. They released it right after draft, and I always thought it was weird that it was so, because draft is such a huge product, you know, that it was just like right behind it. Draft checklist. I've seen some chat rooms saying that they're holding back. Are they? I haven't seen it yet either, to be honest with you. I mean, they always hold guys out for Bowman. I mean, that's common. Just depends on how many. Usually it's a few, but Woman Diaz Chrome. Like, they always take one real big one and hold it out. Like, a couple years ago was Austin Martin. I can never remember who they were, but every year there's always a big one, and then they'll have a few other guys who are a little bit lower down. Bobby, you have sorry, my vision isn't working. So Royals and the A's. You have 2 spots, I believe. Yeah, Royals and the A's. You can always rewind on the bottom if you go, the DVR can take you right back if you want to see what we've pulled so far. What was I saying? Yeah, so I mean, it's not uncommon for them to hold people out. It's just a matter of how many they hold, you know. Like McLean was a holdout last year, Troy Melton, you know, people like that. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I know Paul Skeens will be in it. He'll, you know, everyone will be chasing him. And the one that chases, what's his name, from Washington? Andrew Pintar for the D-backs. 40 of 99. And for anybody who joined us late, as I was saying earlier, the Thanksgiving giveaway, we got all the breaks full now. I appreciate it. I'll do the giveaway on Sunday. I'll email everyone and let you guys know the time and such. I have a few things I have to get together for it. So we do have eBay breaks on Sunday, so it'll either be before or after them, one or the other. I think the eBay breaks start at like 7, so maybe we'll do it beforehand. Martinez. See if I can scrape a few more things together too. And then also the subscriber free break we're going to have coming up. This month's a little hectic for me with my catering business too, so probably either the week between Christmas and New Year's or the first week of January we'll do it in. Evan Carter for Texas to 99. The Rangers, Jacob. 16 of 99. So I know I talked about this at the beginning, but just for anyone who's joining late. Giveaways, giveaways, giveaways. I'm going broke. For you guys, no big deal. Cuero, Christian Hernandez, a chrome. Okay, that's box 1. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Somebody, I was having a conversation with someone about Pro Debut the other day about hobbies or jumbos, which were better. I mean, they're both an inexpensive product, you know. And of course, you get a lot more chromes in the jumbos, one less auto. And he was saying, like, he felt like Hobby had, like, no numbered parallels in it. And I was like, of course they do. He's like, no, there weren't many, and blah, blah, blah. And then I was trying to think of it myself, and I was like, I couldn't remember now. Like, that box had 4 with the 4 autos, so. Robert, what's up, buddy? Hey, Robert, again, sorry about the mix-up last week, my man. That was completely my fault. I just didn't see there was a second page. And the reason it was you is because you had bought the very first spot in that break. So it pushed on to the next page, and I didn't see it. And then I added it back into the count. And, you know, one thing led to another, and I'm an idiot. Let's go. I don't know how I didn't see it. I was looking at it for like half hour, but you know how it is. Jet Williams Chrome. Something be right in front of your face. It's like my kitchens over the years. I used to always bring someone in like once a year who wasn't familiar with my kitchens to walk through it and point out anything they saw, because when you're in the same place every day, you just kind of get blind to things, you know. Ronnie Mauricio for the Mets. 130 of 199. You keep staring at the same thing, even if it's wrong, it starts to look right, you know. Mets is Robert H. Geloff, Chase Meadroff in the chrome. Ooh, there you go for the Nationals, Elijah Green. Nice one there. Jacob, here you go, buddy. Yeah, I know. I saw that. It's what is. I saw some headlines about it yesterday. I didn't get to read anything today. I heard they were talking about Seattle, which I started thinking about that after I heard that. I was like, man, Seattle would be like a monster spot for him to fall into. You know, like, I mean, that team's got some talent. Trevor Martin, what's the big talk out there? Any one team in particular? Or again, I was just going based off of some headlines I saw on MLB yesterday, but I didn't really get much of a chance to read much in the last day or so. It drives me crazy. I try to read through like every day for like 10-15 minutes, but it's the holidays, too much stuff going on. Trying to get ready for all this holiday catering I have to do the next few weeks. Hoping to get through it without having a heart attack. Yiddy Cappy, Yankees, really? Wow. Well, it was not shocking, obviously. And the Yankees are in such bad shape, though. I mean, they obviously have talent on that team, don't get me wrong, but they obviously have some real issues with that team. Like, I don't know that going out and picking up a mega superstar is going to fix their issues, you know? And they already have mega superstars on that team. But hey, yeah, they got the money. Why not? I wonder who the Yankees would give up to you guys for him. Have to go for the throat on that one. For the Dodgers, Sean McClain. For Robert H. Soto in New York. Yeah. That's the thing, too, man. When you go and play in New York, especially the Yankees, man, you have to have a special kind of constitution, you know? Like, I mean, there's playing baseball in big cities, you know, and then there's playing baseball in New York, which just, if you don't have the right thick skin and not easy place to play. Some people thrive in it, you know. Some people, many more people collapse under those lights. Yeah, I heard Dominguez too. Where did I hear that? It's funny, now that you say that, there was an article last week on MLB that they brought up Dominguez, and I was kind of shocked when I saw it in there. Perez, I really would assume the Yankees were all in on Dominguez with the way they pump him up and stuff, that to hear that he'd even be part of a trade talk. But hey, you know, whatever. Jackson Holiday, and hey, there's my boy there, Xavier Isaac. I love this kid. For the Rays, 21 of 150. David. I'm trying to remember what that article was that I read that they were talking about Dominguez. I forget what the hell that was. It was in some trade. I don't think it was Soto, though. I thought it was something else. I can't remember now. But I was a little surprised. Because, look, those guys, you know, there's those guys out there who aren't dumb. You know, the guys who write for the, you know, websites and whatever. They know what they're talking about a lot of the time. Justin Boyd. I don't know why, but I guess they have the connections. And when you start reading some of it and hear some of the names they're throwing around, you're like, just very surprising. See, I don't know if I'd be willing to give up Volpe. Like, I mean, he had a good first year. He's got a ton of potential. Not that Dominguez doesn't too, obviously. Dominguez has a ton of potential too, but Volpe, like, fits the Yankees for some reason in my mind. He looks like a Yankee. You know, he just does. Guzman. I'd be afraid of trading Volpe away that he ends up being like the next Cheater or something like that. Yeah. But who knows? And for the Rays, Carson Williams. A couple Rays hits in a row for David. Who else did I hear? Oh, Pete Alonso. I heard a lot about. They're talking about him going to the Cubs, maybe. Which, I mean, at this point, trading Pete Alonso, if you can get the right haul, might be the smart move for the Mets. And just to, and I'm not just saying this because, you know, I'm a Phillies fan and I hate the Mets. But I feel like the Mets, with some of the guys they got last year, they got a lot of young talent up there, which I'm not happy about. But, you know, you can't deny him that if you have a guy like Alonso, and you could get a big haul for him, you know. Maybe you trade a guy like that and say, okay, we're going back, you know, we're starting over, you know, with a ton of young guys. And they do have a ton of young guys in their system. I mean, they could be, the Mets a few years down the line could be nightmare. Which, because the Phillies don't have anything in the pipeline. Couple guys, that's it. Edgar Quero, 82 of 150. For the Angels, who's the Angels? Brian R. You go, buddy. I would rather trade Soto to the Mets for Alonso. Yeah, well, I would jump on that too myself if that offer were on the board. I just heard something about Alonso going to the Cubs. I didn't. Again, it was one of these things I was just kind of flipping through headlines that I saw, and like, I have a ton of websites that I get alerts from for baseball. Sometimes I can't even remember like which website I get them from, because some are more believable than others, you know. And I'll just like, they'll kind of pop up and I'll read them real quick. But Yiddy Cappy to 99 for the Marlins. But I don't know what the second half of that deal was, you know. Ben A, that they were at least proposing anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, with the Mets last year and all the money they paid on salary, it almost felt like a 45 of 99 on the ED cap. It almost felt like the baseball gods reaching down and just smacking the Mets a little bit and going, you're not allowed to spend that much. We know you're worth like $80 billion. But you want to go out and spend money like this, your team's going to fall apart. So I don't know. Maybe they trade Alonso and go young and rebuild, and you know, a few years from now they'll be beating the hell out of the Phillies, and I'll be all pissed off about it. I miss baseball desperately, I really do. But hot stove baseball is fun, man. When there's serious trades and all that stuff. Jacob and Mizorowski on the Chrome. For morale and other prospects. Is that what they were saying? Okay. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see the second half of what they were proposing. This is the trade you've seen several. All right. Shit, I'd be all over that if I were the Cubs. Zach Neto. For some reason, and maybe I, this is just me because of where I live and I see the Mets a lot. I feel like, I'm trying to think of the best word for it. I feel like Pete Alonso is a little unappreciated. Cam Collier, in baseball in general. Like, the guy hits home runs like it's water. You know, he's won, you know, home run derbies and this and that, whatever else. He seems like a nice guy from what you can tell. You never hear about any real issues with the guy or anything like that. He produces. But I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if you said to people, okay, name the top 10 baseball players in baseball, you wouldn't hear Pete Alonso from anyone. And I mean, I don't know. I'd have to really sit down and think about that top 10, I suppose. But he'd have to be around there somewhere. And I feel like nobody thinks of him that way. And I don't know if it's because Judge is in New York, too, even though he's on the Yankees. Or, like, I don't know. I feel like he gets overlooked a bit. Again, just my opinion. You guys might totally disagree with me, but he's a hell of a player, man. He can hit the nightmare out of a ball. So wait, Ben, would you be up for that? Morale and prospects for Alonso? You guys got a lot of young talent too. And the Cubbies there. So you could spare a few. Amador for the Rockies. 17 of 199. Rockies. Adam. Confidant. Yeah, well, Hoskins is, unfortunately, he's not going to be back here. I mean, with Hoskins, you have a building DH, man. You know, that's what he's going to come and do, and, you know, he can hit. That's for sure. I mean, you know, the way people have looked at it here, and people love Hoskins here. I mean, he's like the backbone of this team for quite a while. I mean, even with Harper here and as big a deal as he is, man, people love Reese. But the problem is you either keep him or you keep Schwarber. You can't keep both of them. And Rhys Hoskins is a very good hitter and a super great guy and everything. But, you know, when it comes down to it, Hoskins will hit you 30 or 35. But, you know, Schwarber will hit 10, 15 more. Jacob Miller. So, but no, I think whoever gets him is gonna be very happy they got him, especially just to sit there and hit DH. He's, you know, if you have a solid DH who can put, you know, 30, 35 home runs up for you, I think anyone can be happy with that. Tucker Toman for the Blue Jays. Cubs want to stay in on Ohtani. One base with no way they'll pay that price. Yeah, I don't know. That's the other thing too. I'm very interested. All you see about Ohtani is speculation. Like I don't know. I mean, and I get that's what, you know. Robert H has the Blue Jays. I understand that, you know, that's all you can do, but for some reason I felt like this Ohtani thing was going to go faster than it has. Or be much more, not faster, but be much more definitive. Like, every week I hear, or every few days I hear somebody else is in on the Ohtani thing. Except the Phillies. The Phillies have never been in on it. They never will be. But, and again, I realize, Robert Hasselcrum, I realize people need stuff to write about. Half of what they write about is made up crap just to keep people talking. But it's just like when you watch or listen to sports talk, you know. One guy takes one guy, the co-host takes the other side, even though he doesn't believe in it, but they're just trying to keep a conversation going, you know? I don't know. I just felt like this Ohtani thing would have been much, like everyone would kind of go, he's going to the Yankees, he's going to the Dodgers. Like, you know, but every week you hear something different, so. Yeah. I kind of feel like, well, Dodgers or Giants. I've heard them talk about the Giants a lot, but Jace Jung, I'd love it if he came to the East Coast just so I could see him more, you know, have an opportunity to see him. But I don't, unless somebody really made him some astonishing offer, you know, the Yankees or the Red Sox or someone like that, I just don't see that he would do that. Mason out at Ayor for the Rays. For David. I just don't see, for somebody who lives, you know, still lives in Japan. I mean, obviously lives here to play ball, but goes back to Japan and stuff. Why put yourself 6 hours farther away from home if you don't need to, you know? Yeah, I don't know how much higher you can drive the price up on Ohtani. I mean, he's going to cost the most, and he's going to get a $500 million contract. Ivan Melendez, Chrome, and Evan Carter, Chrome Refractor. 5 of 99 for Tejas. Jacob. And what's the White Sox game? Of course, he's set. Yeah. Yeah, it's so, I mean, if you that's always been what's weird, and it has part to do with why they want to get the expansion teams done. I've read about. Those of you who don't pay attention to this kind of thing, they're planning on bringing 2 more expansion teams into baseball, into MLB. It's almost like written in stone that the one is going to Nashville. Xavier Isaac, wow man, Rays keep pulling stuff. Curtis Mead, gold mini diamond, 29 of 50. Like it's pretty much, as far as everything I read, people say it's a done deal that Nashville's getting a team. It's getting one of them anyway. And then they were saying that the second team they think might go to a place like Portland, Oregon, because, and I never really thought about this before, like if Seattle doesn't play at home, they have to travel far for any game they play away. I mean, like even going down to San Francisco or whatever, I don't know exactly how far it is, but I mean, it's got to be, what, a 4-hour flight or whatever. It's not like the Phillies when they go to play the Mets and it's, 80 miles up the road, or Washington's 100 miles the other way. Nothing's close. And I know from what I understand, they want to have 8 4-team divisions for 32 teams, and they want to make them very regional. So, like, you'd probably see someone like the Braves leave the NL East to be in a different division. And then it would be like the Nationals, the Phillies, the Mets, and maybe the Pirates or something like that. Like they're talking about redoing the divisions, Pintar. And that way, if they had a team in like Portland, Seattle would have someone to play who wouldn't wouldn't have to be traveling all the time. But one of the things with it is they talk about how if they did 8 4-team divisions, it would be very easy to rotate them through so that everybody would get to see teams more often. West Coast teams on the East Coast and stuff like that. Because honestly, like the Phillies and the Angels, I mean, they barely ever play each other. It's like, I mean, I know everybody plays each other, but like they might get 2-3 games in a season. And if they're in California, then you got to wait another year to see them. It'd be nice to be able to see some of these teams a little more often. Foscue. So I'd love for them to get this done and get although I don't know when they're going to do it now with it's supposed to happen soon, but now that they know Oakland's moving in 28 to Las Vegas, I don't know if they're going to wait to try and do it kind of all at once, where Oakland's going to move there and the expansion teams come in, Cade Doughty for the Blue Jays. For Robert H. So, I mean, maybe that's the goal for the expansion teams, too. I mean, it's only 5 years away, but it would be nice to have an opportunity to see some West Coast teams more on the East Coast and vice versa, Believe me, if Ohtani came to Chicago, I'd be out there to see him. I've been to more than a few games in Chicago. I mean, I used to live there, so Shaylin Polanco, but that was a lot of years ago. But I have no problem going to Chicago to see a game. I'm not hopping on too many flights to go to California. That's a little far to go see a baseball game. I was at the first time that Trout played here in Philadelphia. I want to say it was 2016 or 2017. I can't remember exactly what year. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. I mean, it was ridiculous, that game. Wobin showed in 99 for the Cardinals. For Jeffrey. So, where in Citizens Bank Park, the visitors dugout is on the third base side, and if you know the stadium and know how it works, and I used to be more stuck to this when my son was younger, because my son wanted to go. We used to sit in section 132, and 132 butts up against the end of the visitors dugout, so you could hang out down on the fence, and you could get autographs. And my son always wanted to sit there, and as long as you got a seat in section 132, you didn't have to be in the first row or anything, you just had to be in the section, you could go down to the fence, you know. And then, of course, people were always trying to get their way in there or whatever. And usually, you know, there was it wasn't easy, but there wasn't a ton of people there, you know, like, I can think of dozens of guys my son got autographs from on that fence line, you know. And it didn't hurt that he was, 6 years old or whatever, you know. Like, I remember meeting Jason Hayward, gave an autograph one time, and I don't know, he's got a whole bunch of autos in his room in there. But anyway, so Trout was coming to play in Philadelphia. It was his first time ever back here in Philly. And as most of you know, he's from this area. He's from Millville, New Jersey. And he's a huge, Philadelphia fan, Eagles fan, all that. Perez. So a lot of people in Philadelphia think of him as being like a hometown boy, which he is. I mean, he grew up like 30 minutes from the city. So, announcement came that they were coming to town and they were going to be here. And my son's like, oh, we got to go. I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, no problem. So I bought tickets like 10 months in advance or whatever and was in section 132 with the same intention of, well, I don't know if we can get an auto, but we could get close, maybe, blah, 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 this, that, whatever. Oh, my gosh. I got to that game that night. There had to be 5,000 people jammed into that section. Like, Jacob Berry, like, they didn't even have control over it, the security and whatever. They were trying to keep people out, and nothing would stop people from getting down there on that fence. And we actually had seats in, like, the fourth row. I couldn't get anywhere near our seats, and I was, like, saying to the usher, like, I'm actually supposed to be here because they're holding people out because, the second they opened the gates, everyone just ran for over there knowing that, he would come do autographs. So my son had taken some stuff to get autographed, and he had asked me beforehand, like, what should I bring? And I got to be honest, I didn't really think about it. I told him to get some cards, some baseball cards, And after some bitching and moaning and, negotiating and this and that, whatever, we finally got to our seats. And I literally, like, threw my kid over the crowd to get him down in front by the fence and told him, like, I'm going to be back here. You stay here. I'll keep an eye on you, And so everyone's down there. It's pandemonium. And here comes Trout, McAbel, Chrome. And he's signing autographs, just going down the line. signing autographs. And he skips over my kid. And I was like, this son of a bitch. I mean, he must have signed, I swear to God, he signed like every kid that was down there except mine. And I was like, I didn't get it at all. Christopher Pacchiola for the Cubbies. He's Jeffrey. And I didn't think about it at the time. But I was telling someone this story like a week or two later at a card shop. And they think it was because my son had an actual baseball card in his hand. And at that time, it was not long after he had signed his deal with Topps. And I gotta be honest, I don't remember what cards my son took. Like, because even the guy said to me, like, well, what were the cards? I'm like, I don't remember. And he's like, maybe he wasn't allowed to sign them. And I was like, what are you talking about? He started telling me, I was like, oh, damn. And it was funny too, because I had said to my son, maybe you should just try and get your ticket signed. And I always wish he did, because he was a little heartbroken that day. And I was pissed at Trout. It's like, damn, man. My son was like, he signed everybody, but he skipped right over me. And I was like, oh, God, you son of a bitch. So I might have sabotaged my own son by accident by saying to take cards. I should have just given him the ticket and told him to get the ticket signed. Because that's usually what we did. Like, most of the other autos he has from games, or he just would get the ticket signed by him. Pacchiola Chrome. So dear old dad probably screwed it all up. I assume, too, those guys probably look at cards and think, oh, this guy's trying to sell. Now, I mean, my son was like, I don't know, like 8 years old or whatever. I don't know if they thought he was very active on eBay, but yeah, what are you going to do? Marcelo. That's why you got to catch him down in the minors. You can get lots of autos then. Tanner Schobel for the 20s. The Mighty Muscles. Jeffrey. Khalil Watson Chrome. Trio. Ripken. Caden Wallace Chrome. Drew Jones. Andy Pages for the Dodgers. Cutter Coffee Chrome. Uh, 19 of 75. The Dodgers is Robert H. Owen Murphy, base for the Braves. I think we had one of him earlier. Johanski Noel Chrome. Last stack. Cole Young, De La Cruz, Austin Wells Chrome, Veris Chrome, Yerlin Compnine blue for Cincinnati, 25 of 150. for Ben. And Cole Phillips for the Braves. 32 of 175. Chacon Chrome. For Jeffrey. All right, last 2 packs. Gavin Cross. Johnson, Henry Davis Chrome. Alrighty, that will do it. Alright, I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without you, and I do truly appreciate it. I know we talked about it earlier, the Thanksgiving giveaway is complete. We will do it on Sunday, and I will email everyone with a time that we'll do the random, so you can join us for that. We do have eBay breaks all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I hope you can join us there. Stop by, say hi, grab a team, you know, the huge. We put a quick hit recap together. We have to roll a die on one card here, and we got to do the graded card giveaway. Okay, these are autographs. They should be here. Not in perfect order, but that's okay. Okay, so we have our Carl Crawford, Justin Crawford card, which is Rays and Phillies. Rays is David and Phillies is Ryan. Where's my die? Here it is. All right, so Carl will be 1, 2, and 3. Justin will be 4, 5, and 6. Dice has to stay in the screen and can't hit anything, or else we'll have to re-roll. Here we go. And it's a 6, so it's going to the Phillies. The Phillies. All right, let me just write that down real quick. Okay. Let's do the hit recap, and then we'll do the graded card giveaway. All right, hit recap for 2023. Pro debut, third hobby case break, number 94 from the website. We did have the Echo short print. Numbered parallels, Andy Pages to 75, Cole Phillips to 175, Eddie Cappy and Evan Carter to 99. Amador, Mauricio, and Veras all 199. Isaac Armstrong to 150. Miguel Hernandez to 75 on the Chrome. Curtis Mead to 50. Heck, there's something on there. On the gold mini diamond, and Evan Carter refractor. All those crumbs. That one's to 99. Autographs base. From Minnesota, Schobel, the Braves, Murphy. Blue Jays, Toman. Rays, Power. Blue Jays, Dowdy. McLean for the Dodgers. Elijah Green for the Nationals. Carson Williams for the Rays. Lipscomb for the Nationals. Mason Wynn for the Cardinals. And one more base. Paciola for the Cubs. Numbered parallels. Owen Murphy to 199 for the Braves. Yearling Confinine to 150 for Cincinnati. Cuero to 150 for the Angels. Pintar to 99 for the D-backs, and Wobin Show to 99 for the Cardinals. Alrighty. Now, let's do a little rando for the graded card giveaway. 1 second. I'm just going to set it up real fast. All right, got all our teams here. We're going to random 8 times. Whoever comes out on top is going to spin the wheel. Here we go. 1. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and lucky number 8. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. The Cardinals. The Cardinals. Who have the Cardinals? Let's see. Cardinals. Where are you? Jeffrey L. All right, my friend. So let's get the wheel spin going, our graded card wheel. Make sure you can see it. These are all the cards we have left on the wheel right now. There's still like 20 of them on there. We got a bunch of different stuff. So let's give it a spin and see what you get. Good luck. Spencer Steer, 9.5. Find it real quick. I got a few Spencer Steers. I can't remember which one it is. He's a good one. I did a couple of Spencer Steers for myself. Dude could have a future. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. All right, Jeff. Spencer Steer 9.5 is a refractor. Guy back. There he is. 9.5, 2023 Topps Chrome Spencer Steer rookie refractor. 9.5. The old SGC coming out to you, Jeff. Hope you like that one. Jeffrey. Cardinals. CGC. All right. Again, folks, thank you, everyone, for joining me. I do appreciate it. I appreciate all your help with getting this Thanksgiving giveaway full. We'll come into that on Sunday. I hope to see everyone tomorrow night at our eBay breaks. Otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there, and I'll talk to you again soon. Have a great night. Take care. Bye.